Hey YouTube land, it's Dichondrous here again doing another action figure review. Now just before I proceed, I just need to say that these videos are intended for collectors over the age of 13 and are, I know there's issues with the FTC and FTC or FTA, whichever one it is, and COPA. So just so you know, these reviews are intended for collectors 13 years and older. So today I'm reviewing some of the new Spinmaster Batman figures, or DC Batman figures. I've picked up only two single carded ones. There's 5 characters in the first wave. There's 3 Batman. There's a gold Batman. There's the one that I'm reviewing now, which is Tactical Suit Batman, and then there's like a standard Batman. There's Nightwing, Robin, Joker, and Man-Bat. And I think there's a Killer Croc, but I'm not sure if that's a single card exclusive to somewhere. I know there's one in a swamp set, but I've seen pictures of a single carded one, so I'm not sure where that kind of comes out in. But there's 7 figures in total. In the standard release, then there's probably exclusives as well, because I know there is a King Shark exclusive with the Hammerhead style head, as opposed to the one that comes in the deluxe set. Ooh, this will knock everything over. So before I go on with the figures, here's the packaging. So they're done in the exact same packaging, and it's pretty much the exact same packaging as previous Batman line. They haven't really changed anything up. You get 3 mystery accessories. It's the Cape Crusader line. You got the DC logo on the side. You got a what mission will you get on the back. So there's 4 story missions. One is like a carnival house, one is Arkham Asylum, one is the streets of Gotham, and one looks like the docks of Gotham. And when you open it up, it reveals a collectible trading card, and you have these kind of file cabinet things at the side that you punch open. Obviously all these are open because I've taken the accessories out, and then the figure is just on the side. So this is the one for Batman, and you have Batman versus Man-Bat on this one, and the other one has Batman versus Joker in the carnival setting on the opposite one. Hopefully you can see that. And that was for the Joker. So you also get a pamphlet showing the 4 areas as well, and then you have the what mission will you get, and then it has Rebirth Tactical Batman, which is the figure I'm reviewing. So the version I got is this one down here, and then the Joker version is the one up here, which comes with a rare version of the gauntlets, and if you get all the armor parts, you can connect them onto Batman. There's a super rare one in one of the Man-Bat figures, and I think, is that the only super rare? Oh, and there's another super rare in the Rebirth Batman. So I think these are based on, is it the New 52 design? And then there's a rare gold Batman, and he comes with other stuff. So on to the figures themselves. So for Batman, he came with the mystery figure weapons. He came with is this weird looking gun thing. Now, to me, it looks like a broken gun. It looks like someone has jammed a big screw into the front of it, and you can see all the broken, like someone's tried to fire it and the whole thing is exploded. I'm not sure who this gun is intended to be used for. It could be for an upcoming figure, or it could be for Man-Bat, or it could be, it seems to fit King Shark kind of well. It does even look like it has a fin on the back of it, kind of like a King Shark's fin. So it could be for him. It does fit Batman's hand if you want it, but the handle is a little large, and it takes a bit of work to get it into his hand. If I can do it on screen. Bear with me a moment. You see, the handle is quite larger than Batman's hand, so it looks like it could be intended for a bigger figure. He came with this weird wing pack thing in bright green for some reason, which plugs into his back. You can, if you want, plug it into Joker's back, Kind of looks like it's something that Joker would wear because of the color. Kind of like an insult to Batman using his logo as a like escape mechanism. And then the other thing he came with is these gauntlets in a dark navy blue. So these fit into his hands as well. The sticks or the handles on them are kind of rubbery, so it does take a bit of maneuvering to get them in. And once they're in, they look okay. They're not brilliant, they're not the best looking thing. His elbow on the side is quite a tight joint, but I'll get into that in a minute. So the way you do it is you plug them into the straight piece of the hand, which is kind of annoying. I think if they had just given an extra bit of swivel in the wrist, you could have it looking like that and have it look like the, instead of him holding the gauntlets at the side, they would cover the gauntlets more accurately if they were able to do that. So that's one thing I think is a little bit of a shame. If they had just given the figures a wrist articulation, it would have been so much cooler. So for the figure himself, he's quite nicely sculpted. He's obviously wearing his armoured suit, so he's a tactical suit he's wearing compared to the kind of standard one. Now, I don't have the actual standard one, but this is the one that came with the wing pack, which I think is a repaint of just that standard Batman. So you can see there is similarities between them. Sculpt wise, they look kind of similar, but they are different with their own unique. Like it does look like it's the same Batman wearing a suit. They haven't changed his proportions that much or anything like that, so it does look like he's wearing a suit. If you want, you can give those gauntlets to this guy. Just pop them in. So you have blue gauntlets for this blue Batman, which isn't too bad. So articulation wise, he's pretty much the same as the other Batman. So he has a swivel head. He has nothing in the waist or chest. He has arms that can rotate all around. They can go out up that much. He does have a hinge on the elbow. As I said, the one on this side is super tight for some reason. He can do the splits that much. He can't really go back on the legs because of the articulation. He can go forward. He's single jointed knee, and there is a upper thigh swivel, which is super tight as on mine as well. But he does have that upper thigh swivels for dynamic posability. So he's a pretty cool figure. I do like him. He does have soft goods cape, which is kind of it's a nicer material than the first Batman figure I had. Is this one. Just after knocking over my light. So it's actually, well, it's the same material as this one, but it's, for some reason it feels a little bit better. I think this one is just stiffer when I got it first. This is the Clayface 2 pack Batman. So I think the suit reuses a lot of stuff from this. So the arms are the same on this one. The chest are the same. I'm not sure if the upper legs. Actually, the whole figure bar the head is the same on this one. So it's a reuse of the tactical suit Batman, but with an enclosed helmet. So, or if you want to get the tactical suit Batman and want a kind of more enclosed version of the helmet, you just go for that one. Obviously, the paint deco is different, and he does have peg holes on the bottom of his feet, so he can't stand in any kind of small 3¼ inch kind of standard style size peg holes. So for scale wise, he's about 4 inches. So he's quite a nice figure. So on to Mr. J. He came with 4 accessories. Technically, these are just 3 because it's a pair of gauntlets. He has the exclusive gauntlets, which are for Batman, and they're done in a dark metallic grey. So again, Batman can hold these ones. They look quite nice on this tactical suit version of Batman. So you have that. Excuse me. I am fighting a bit of a cold at the moment, so if you notice I sound a bit off, it's just because of that. So the other two accessory Joker comes with is this laughing bomb looking thing, which is quite cool. It reminds me of something from Mario Kart, or it also reminds me of kind of stereotypical Joker. It has these really creepy looking teeth on the sculpt on the thing. You have the wick for the bomb, and then he also has a wind up, so it's like a little walking wind up smiling bomb. And he also comes with a bazooka with a punch boxing glove. So assuming it's non-lethal, or it could be non-lethal depending on what way you want to play with the figures. The boxing glove doesn't pop out, but the accessories do fit his hands quite nicely. Sculpt wise, I quite like this Joker. He's quite a cool figure, and articulation is the same as Batman, so his head is on a swivel, but on my one it's very, very tight. His arms can go out that much, single joint in the elbow with a swivel. Arms can go all the way around. His hips are quite tight, so he can go forward that much. He can go out, do the splits that much. He does have single jointed knees with a swivel. Again, foot pegs. He can't really go back because of the way the sculpt is. He has the shirt tails. And even if they weren't there, I don't think they... Actually, no, if they weren't there, he probably could get more range of movement in the back. And as normal, he doesn't have any waist articulation. And for scale wise, let's get him to stand up. I do find that Joker tends to be a little bit harder to stand for some reason. You can have to bend his legs a little bit to get him to stand properly. And he stands just around the 4-inch mark as well. And just like all the other Batman figures, he has the big hexadecimal peg on the back, so that if you have any of the accessories, you can plug it into them. As I showed off with the Batman glider, or backpack, whatever you want to call it. I just pop him down. You can see it pegs into his back just like any of the other accessories. So, just for a scale comparison, if we can just get him to stand. Oh man, Mr. J. We were standing a minute ago. As I said, he seems to have trouble standing compared to the Batman figures. There we go. You have to kind of bend his leg a little bit. So just for comparison, for other villains in the line, here is King Shark. Again, King Shark has, just like Joker, he has really bad time standing for some reason. His feet seem to be angled forward, and his face is so heavy, he's kind of top heavy. Just get him to stand a bit. I might just have to hold him. But the other bad villain character I have in the wave is Clayface. So hopefully you can see him. I'll just get King Shark lined up against Clayface. Hopefully he'll hold him up. So you see Joker is actually a little bit, compared to the size of their heads, Joker's a little bit taller, but with the fin, Clayface or King Shark does stand over them. But overall, he's a really good figure. I do recommend picking these guys up if you can get them. They should be hitting store shelves at the time of this recording, and they're cheap enough. The basic figures are around, well, over here in Ireland, the basic figures are around 8 to 9 euros, and then the deluxe ones I think were 16. So, and they should be in Smiths now at the moment. So if you're in the area, if you have a Smiths in the area, they should have them. The weird thing is they're not listed on the Smiths website yet. It could be just an error. They haven't listed any of the figures yet, but they are in stock in the store. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick video review, and as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, guys.